Okay, folks, this is Omar Hosea, servant, saying peace, peace. Heavenly Father, we thank you for waking us up. We thank you for waking up the people who's watching this video. We ask you to protect our family that go to and from their destinations. We ask you to protect us from ourselves. We ask you to protect us from your enemies. We ask you to protect us from our own enemies. We ask you that you help us and guide us through these trying times. And we just pray that you have a wonderful day. By the power of the Holy Spirit, I come to the prophets before me and after me. We say thank you. Selah. This one, I call this the crown, cross, crescent, and the cash. It's a box, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In our science and stuff, which is called square the circle. And that's why you notice on your money, let me see if I can find a dollar bill real quick. And it has everything to do with it. They circled the square. So now we're going to turn the circle back onto a square so we can talk about the cross, the crescent, the cash, and the crown. And you can see all 4 of those boxes in there. But you can't see it because the Iblis and Satan got you tricked. These false prophets and the false Jesus thing and Muhammad's the last messenger, you know, that right there, you just put a vault over your ceiling. You know what I mean? How the young boys say, you know, I get to pop the ceiling. Well, you just covered your ceiling all the way up. There's just no way you're getting out of this one. The crown, cross, crescent, and the cash. This right here is what the devil uses. This is what Satan uses. This is what demons use. This is what wicked men use. This is what black, white, all different types of people use. That's what it says. The love of this is the root of your evil and the fuel for your heart's desire. And because you love this more than the Creator who created all things, then everything this has to offer will rule you for all eternity. And there won't be no light because there ain't no light in this. The only way this gets light unless the sun, I put it to the sun. Unless I show this to the Son of God, I would never see this, literally. And you say, well, show this to Jesus. You still waiting. You're like, with Jesus. Shit, nigga, late. Well, I mean, other people were Son of God. When I was in the flesh, right? Okay. No light, still waiting. You say, I better go to the real sun, get your suntan, and get your pineal glands boosted up, and get your existence boosted up by the real Son of God that gives you the nutrients. So, we're going to go to the crown. That's the law of the land. That's the law of the world. The British crown, the king, the queen. That's. So when you say what governs the planet, what governs the cash, what governs what's the government in this religion? You say, all right, let's make a connection. Let's make a connection. Check this out. We're gonna go. We talked about the crown. Now let's go with the cross. Now, you see this? What it says? The System Bible Study. I didn't say the Torah or the Tanakh. Hold on. Man, I'm pissed off. I can't find my Tanakh. It might be at my Sisters created something. But anyway, back to the Bible system. So, your Bible students didn't get this. Like the slave didn't get this. The slave couldn't read this. He had no clue about this. I don't care what slave it is. We ain't going to stay on this, the black slave, the Atlantic slave trade. Brothers and sisters, research the Pacific slave trade. That's another story. So in this system that y'all complain about, and I'm going to use the modern language today. I'm not going to go into the original language of everything, because it seems like y'all don't want to get that. So we'll have to break the spells of what y'all under. And we're talking about a sigil that you're under. The sigil is the crown, the cross, crescent, and the cash. And when you put that in a circle, it's called a sigil. And that's why you're doomed unless you break yourself out that sigil. And here's how. And this is how I'm teaching you how to get out this sigil. You have to do this on your own. I can't do this for you. But this is my job. All right? But also, if somebody got some extra glasses, it would be nice. I need some glasses. So let me get these on anyway when I'm speaking about it. Now, when you go through this system, right, and it shows you pictures, see, it programs the teacher first. See, the master programs the professor. Who gives the professor his power, right? So the professor has to program you with some of these pictures with the people that's not really in there. And so you have no, even if you are pale skin and whatever, even your own people lie to you. I just want to let you know that. No. So if uncle whatever who was a devout Catholic was doing this and that, and he told you it was about white power and Jesus and the pale skin Jesus, more likely he told you a lot of stuff was true, but also he told you that he was perpetuating hate and falsehood because he lied to you, and so you taught your children that Jesus was white. I'm using your language because I don't like using black and white people. I've never seen them before. I'm just being honest. But for the sake of this conversation, back to the cross. So now we're going to nail you to the cross. Bang. So now this is taught all over the world, and you brothers and sisters that's in Africa, so y'all not getting this version. So it's my job as your big brother, all right, as my brother's keeper. I'm going to free you from this because I'm crying over here when I see millions of you brothers and sisters are being subjugated to this system. And y'all need us over there to help y'all break y'all out of the system and help each other to break out of the system. Y'all got the numbers and the might and all the others. Y'all, that's another question, another situation too. So now we got the cross. Now, we got the crescent. Bang. See, I use my books. You see the tapes all on it. I research and stuff. You see how the Quran fall apart. See, the average Muslim, he'd freak out about this book. You know why? Because he don't practice it. So now we had the crown, the money, the law. Where's my law books? I got some law books. So the law books is the crown. All right. The Bible is the cross. This is the religion part. All right. This is the beginning of the psychological warfare part. All right. Now, the crescent. What this does, the crescent is like the creator of civilization. So now they're re-civilizing you according to the celestial stars, moon. They got you worshiping the crescent moon stars, and then a guy who's the only prophet that the creator is ever going to make again. So this is what this author says. Now the contents in the book is beautiful. The contents in the book is beautiful. if you can decipher the codes on how it keeps you keeps your soul bounded. You wonder why they kill each other. They kill millions of people. They kill the millions of people. So once again, you see, I put my books to use. I read them. I study out my books. That's what they follow. You know, our average, a fake Muslim, he'll put more emphasis on the condition of a book that you're supposed to read and use, opposed to the creator that told us to put the stuff in the books. So now we got that. Then we have the crown, the crescent, the cash, and the crown, crescent, cash, and the cross. All right, we got that. So we showed you that. Cash, because you know, if you don't have no cash, you don't know nothing about your God-given abilities. You'll go to work for this, not realizing that you can create something with this and trade for a book that you don't, but eventually, if you don't get this, you can't buy a book. But you forget that if you can take a piece of paper, right, twist it and fold it, right, make you a little paper airplane, right? You remember when you used to make the little airplanes when you was a kid? See, this is what God was teaching us when we was children. You make your paper plane, right, and you fly it. You can create with your hands and still get a book. And you forgot about that. A lot of you forgot about that. What can you do to trade? What if I don't want your money? What if you worked all year and you go to get your money and there is no money? What you gonna do then? Think about that. What can you do that could trade and barter with this new coming age that's about to come? What can you do? Or you're an orator? Or you're a caregiver? Say like our parents is getting older. I might not, and your parents might be getting older, and I might know some stuff. I might not even want your money. I might like the way you make shoes. I mean, you may make book binders, because I might want a book binder. I might want a book binder, if that makes sense. If you got cotton, I might want a cotton quilt or something. But the money that I work all my life doesn't amount to that. Because you ever notice that you never, out of all the work you did, you never achieve your goal? Unless you give up a part of your moral character? You ever notice that? And if you don't, the crown will come at you, called the law. That's why this is called the crown, the cross, the crescent, and the cash. Now here's how they wrap you up, because they took this out of the moral fibers of the house. This right here is the tool to destroy every man on the planet. If you can manipulate these stories and what these women did to uplift the men and the young men, and even the men that was cowards in the community, after they see what these women did, they got up. But see, in this day and age, you like women beating you down. Oh, that's a woman, you gotta give her a pass. Oh, well, that's the woman, that's what they do, they gotta No balls, man, no guts. But you get paid for glory, for face glory. How you want to be a king and you ain't fought nothing? You just want somebody to just hand you the crown because you want to be king, huh? Because you said you king, we were supposed to say, okay, how you doing? You ain't got no battle scars. You know, you ain't broke no ribs in this fight. You know what I mean? You ain't got no punctured lungs. You know what I mean? You ain't got no battle wounds, nothing. saying that you earned your right to be a king. Since, for that reason, this is how they destroyed you. There's some wonderful stories. Check out those books on all the women in the Quran. There's books on all the women in the XOLID-VIXION. See, I put my books to use. This is another thing. This is a wonderful book to read, but it's just as bad as the rest of these fuckers. Yeah, I got Dr. York's thing in here too, for you 5%ers and all that. We got the book. We got that book too. Read it, put it to work. One of my elders gave it to me. I met in California. He put it to work. You know, people that I deal with, we get into these books and we take notes. We don't play with this information. You know, we actually get in here and we write in our books so we could learn something, leave something for our children and for society. But that ain't no different right here in this book. That book. This book. That book. Because you know why? Because the devil, Iblis, and wicked men who take that information and want to control and want to be God, and they create racisms and all these schisms and competition amongst humanity. And they get paid very good money for that, which I will call, where that term comes from, divide and conquer. That's what competition does. So I'm sharing with you, brothers and sisters, from all over the globe. You're not my competition, and I'm not your competition. There's nothing that you can give me because everything is already mine. And I was born with nothing, I'm going to die with nothing. So everything between life and death, I'm going to share. And that's my heart. And right knowledge and proper teaching. Because that's just the way it is. And life is good that way. But to wrap that up right there, all of them books, is this right here. Some small book. And some of my pages is gone. Yeah. Oh, no. Let me see. Oh, my pages is gone. Well, I can't find another book, but look up this subject. All right. The cultural experience. Okay, yes, what it is. Cultural experience. It's called Ethnography in a Complex Society. If I was a beast, I could take all that knowledge and write up a book small like this and influence maybe 1,000 people. And those 1,000 people will begin to evolve within themselves, and they'll begin to take 10,000. Before you know it, in the next 50 years, whether I'm here or not, this will be the new research, the new study, the new oracle of life. Because I've already simplified all those books into something small like this. You should have said what it says. One of the craziest things I read in here, it was called The Theory of it says The Theory of a Cultural Deprivation. You have to ask yourself, you have a theory to deprive somebody? Who are you? Pale skin? Colorful people? To deprive somebody of their culture? And what they say, here it go, right here. Praise y'all. At least I got the page. Let's see if I can get that close. They have a formula for it. 1970. What year is this? And it works. I'm going to share something with you before this time. I don't want to go too much. The theory of cultural deprivation. First box, inadequate cultural background. Box 1. Thank you, E-Man, I love you, because he's in the media thing, and they talk in boxes. And then when you put the boxes together, you put the boxes, past, present, future, and you deal with each box, and then you put an audio to it, and you control that. That's another thing. Second box, fail to learn skills and values necessary. That's the second box. Underachievement and failure to perform educational skills. That's the third box. Now, if I know that you're adequate, right, as a people, I know you're adequate. I know that you're adequate. By nature, you're adequate because you're a star child. You are the people of God. I know you are. Me, as the enemy of God, in order for me to destroy God's, try to at least, to make an attempt to destroy this God, I must destroy his people. And how do I do that? I make sure they become inadequate cultural. I make sure the culture is inadequate. That's the psychology of the crown, the cross, the crescent, and the cash. And all four of those make sure that your soul becomes inadequate. Next box. Failure to learn skills and values necessary. I'm going to pump drugs and alcohol and useless rap songs into your ears, into your mind. I'm going to give you high-price issues, high-price dreams. I'm going to give you false words, words that don't have no meaning to nothing. Matter of fact, you'll say words in the mirror that means nothing, and you'll parade around your own city and neighborhoods, and you'll argue with your friends over who got the best meaningless words, who got the best of nothingness. And we'll put a crown on them too, and say, I'm king of the South, and I'm king of the West, and I'm king of this, and I'm king of that. And don't even have this right here. No values, nothing. Gone. Out the window. Another box. Underachievement and failure to perform educational tasks. Is not the so-called black man or the colorful people schools closing? Huh? You said what? The black man schools, the black community schools is closing or not? I don't know. Tell me. I don't know. I'm stupid. Because somebody keeps saying I'm crazy, I'm off my meds and all that. So let's see who's really off their meds. So don't get me fired up. Y'all, praise y'all. This is the spirit of y'all. This ain't even about me. Don't take my word for it. So, underachievers. So now I'm a millionaire. I'm a so-called black successful millionaire, right? And I feel like I've achieved something. But like Bill Cosby, Michael Jackson, and everybody else, for some reason, failure to perform an educational task, because now, after they die, they have unnatural children, male and female, of all walks of life, thinking that sleeping with the same sex is beautiful. And then actually believe that it's healthy. Actually believe that there's nothing wrong with that. And because we get cures for everything, we should have a law to go to Crown that protect me as I poison my body first, then poison you, poison your community, poison your children, poison nature, and just put all this out on the planet. And because you get paid for it, and because you can get a business loan for it, you buy into this shit. Yes, all of you do that. No matter what color skin you is, all of you do that. Because if you didn't, I wouldn't even be talking. That's what you do. And so the theory of cultural deprivation. You got all this money and all this gold and fancy cars and all these women and don't even know that you've been deprived of your culture. You don't even know yourself. You're so rich and ignorant that you don't even know who or what you are. I'm a prophet this. I'm the messenger that. I'm a that. I'm a cool cat. All right. So what they said, how does this theory influence observation and interpretation? Keywords: influence, observation, and interpretation. So how are we going to influence your observation and your interpretation of things with all this money and all these gifts and all these things that we started with making sure there was inadequate, see you go, inadequate cultural background. Let's go to the next one. Test scores, school grades, evaluations by teachers, and failure to complete school are all selected in the basis of this theory. Furthermore, investigators know, investigators or people like me who are researchers. We research and investigate the cross, the crown, and the crescent. Oh yeah. And the cash. Forget about the cash. I love the money and I love my education and I just love. With all this information, I don't even know what love do. Cultural deprivation. Complex society. Ethnography. Human capitalist. Okay. Y'all not getting it on. Furthermore, investigators have read that as this data is selected, it is also interpreted in terms of the theory. However, in the selection process, many things about the culturally deprived are ignored. For example, the language skills, unique to each minority group. The language skills. What's up, my nigga? Oh, that's my dog. Oh, that's my bitch. Oh, what about that? What about y'all folks who's Amber Rose fans? She said, get my book called How to Be a Bad Bitch. Niggas. For real? Does this shit work? For real? Y'all sisters want respect? And y'all reading books called How to Be a Bad Bitch? When has that been okay to even put something like that in a book? Oh, you can imagine all the men that she slept with and everybody that paid for her, whatever, and she writes a book on how to be a bad bitch. Who influenced that? How they did it? Because, for example, the language skills unique to each minority group. The skills employed to survive in the urban, ghettos. Man, what are y'all doing out there? What are y'all teaching out there? Because this is applicable. This is right now. This ain't something you gotta be initiated into. This ain't something you gotta all that extra stuff. This is why the Most High allowed people to give us this technology so we can bounce off each other. Because those of you who are Bible thumpers, it says, I'm gonna pour my spirit in all flesh. You're gonna hook up the soup. Pour my spirit in all flesh. He said, nobody gonna have to teach you. He said, I'm gonna pour a piece of me in all of you. And whatever God particle that is in you, if you don't feed that God particle, you're doomed. You don't have to pay for teaching no more. You can get on these things and get stuff from people like myself. And stop being so vainglory. Stop being so self-righteous that you think everybody's stupid because they don't get a big hat and a long scarf and big rings on their fingers and big churches and stuff. Let me just let you know, brothers and sisters. The ethers is my classroom. You can't put this knowledge in a building. It's not built like that. It wasn't intended to do that. You can't, like Most High told King Solomon, what you gonna build me to put my glory in? We sharing with you, what you gonna do to put our intellectual teaching in? You can't, this whole internet thing, this is our classroom. School is intercession for all of us. And I learned from y'all, some of y'all folks too. So I'm not so earthly good. I mean, so earthly, so high in the earth. I mean, in the heavens. I don't know earthly good. I'm not so earthly. I'm no heavenly good. And we hope that you pick up that practice too. But let's get to it though. Urban ghettos and the stamina to endure difficult situations all tend to be disregarded. See, your ability to overcome is disregarded. They don't want that. They want the opposite of your gifts, of your beauty. They want the opposite of your Asiatic culture. They want the opposite of your God-given talents. They want the opposite of good. They don't get them good, don't get them no money. The ways of the Most High, reading the Torah and practicing these things, don't get them no money. And then they don't get you no money. That's why you do the opposite with them. The best social scientists argue the selection process is not determined by a personal basis or ethnocentrism, which is groups. A closer examination of this in most social science theories reveals that this is not the case. For example, the cultural deprivation theory leads investigators to ignore individuals who are culturally deprived and yet manage, next thing, almost done, yet manage to succeed in school. And what about those from culturally enriched backgrounds who fail? Even more serious, there are at least two assumptions based on middle-class cultural values in this theory. First criteria for measuring school performance and adequacy of cultural background are the tests, grades, skills, and tasks of middle-class American school children. By these standards, most of the world is culturally deprived in need of enrichment programs. Must I repeat that again? They said that most of the world is culturally deprived and in need of enrichment programs. Now, who's going to provide that? The CRESENT didn't. They're the one that created it. The Cross didn't. Because they're the ones that keep by building churches and not schools. The CRESENT didn't. Because when they did build the schools, they told you that you only had to listen to one person, and that was Muhammad. So after Muhammad passed away, everybody manipulated Muhammad's words and deeds and his culture and all that. And so now, the schools is defiled. The temples are defiled. See the crowds, in the cash, people were so, in the schools want to be Mr. Master Teacher, our Master Scholar, our Master Sage, and, you know, our Master Priest and all this crap. And so the money behind them is the grade. And so, there goes that. So what is left? People, what is really left? But the truth. Us talking and researching for ourselves and building new teachers, new scholars, new theologians, new mathematicians, new temples. And it starts with this right here. You know, so we gave you in the books, does everybody think I like to read on Wikipedia? People think because I like, people got me in this little box. We have no limits. Oh, and last but not least, this is the good